Oh my gosh. Son, are you okay?
It's Femson!
Femson, are you okay? What happened to you?
I was walking to Starbucks to go and get a latte when I was approached by two persons. They looked like men, but I don't want to assume any genders. Anyway, they tied me up by my shoestrings and beat me till I was bloody. And then they
Yeah, they what?
They shoved a MAGA hat up my ass! And before walking away, leaving me on the street to die, they said, "This is what happens when you're gay in America. Trump 2020.
Oh my goodness, Femson, look. You know I tease you, but that sounds absolutely horrible. Wait. Is that ketchup on your face?
No, it's blood!
No, that's ketchup. I can smell it. Wait a second. You weren't really attacked.
You dare not believe women?
I thought you were just femme.
I've assumed my own gender.
You mean to tell me that you lied about a potential hate crime and you shoved a MAGA hat up your own butt?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was missing Daryl. And besides, there just haven't been enough real hate crimes to prove that America is sick, vile, and racist under Trump. So I had to stage something to prove a point.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite skinny fat lesbian hate crime victim, Hunter Avalone, here, back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Jussie Smollett, the idiot actor who faked his own hate crime because racist gay. Now, you guys know that as of late, I like to try and introduce a little more nuance to the subjects I discuss. But in this instance, there really isn't a whole lot of nuance. I think everyone can agree. Hate crimes are bad, and faking hate crimes is also bad. It takes a real sick attention whore to fake a hate crime and exploit the suffering many people do experience at the hands of bigoted attacks. So this is where we meet our good friend Jussie Smollett. He's an actor on the show you've never heard about, Empire. But it appears that Mr. Smollett has built an empire of lies. Before we go any further, Jussie Smollett is gay. He really is. That's like an important detail to the story. I'm not just calling him gay as an insult. Anyway, this whole ordeal began in January 2019. Jussie's story goes something like this. Jussie had received a threatening letter sent to Fox Studio calling him homophobic slurs, which had left him understandably unsettled. A few days later, he was hungry, so at 2 a.m., he left his Chicago residence to grab some Subway to eat, and on his way back, he was brutally attacked. So here's our first clue that Jussie Smollett is lying. Who in their right mind walks through a notoriously dangerous city at 2 a.m. for Subway? Jimmy John's? Maybe. Wendy's? Definitely. But Subway? No. According to TMZ, sources close to Jussie say, "We're told when shortly after he walked out on his way home, someone yelled, 'Aren't you that homophobic F-word Empire N-word?' The two men, both white and wearing ski masks, viciously attacked Jussie as he fought back, but they beat him badly and fractured a rib. They put a rope around his neck, poured bleach on him, and as they left, they yelled, 'This is MAGA country.'" Obviously, if this were true, it would be horrific, but Jussie's story seems kind of fishy. It almost seems too perfect, like everything the left is afraid of under Trump happened exactly how the left would imagine it. But it doesn't really matter because virtually everyone took the bait, including our good friends in Hollywood. Because Hollywood can happily turn a blind eye to decades of pedophilia and sexual assault, but when a gay man cries wolf, well, they eat that shit right up. Hollywood actors everywhere voiced their support for Jussie and condemned the hatred and racism that motivated the apparent attack. The ordeal was all over Twitter, and liberal media quickly pounced on the story. Actress Lena Waithe says, "We stand with you, Jussie. This is America. Unfortunately." Other Hollywood actors used the attack to condemn America as a whole as well, and the entire cast of The Big Bang Theory publicly expressed their support for Jussie Smollett. But less than 72 hours, Jussie refuses to hand his phone over for the investigation. Strange, yes, but police say he is a victim, not a criminal. What seemed even stranger was that Jussie seemed to be using this attack for his own benefit. On February 2nd, 2019, Jussie actually called himself the Gay Tupac. God is dead, and so are my brain cells. Over a week later, Jussie appeared on ABC News for an exclusive interview where he gave a sobbing monologue hoping that they catch the perpetrator of his horrific attack.
So they get to go free and go about their life and possibly attack someone else, and I'm here left with the aftermath of this bull? That's not cool to me. That's not okay. So I understand how difficult it will be to find them, but we gotta.
Great news for you, Jussie, buddy old pal. Just go in the mirror, spin around 3 times while chanting, "This is MAGA country," and then your attacker will appear in the mirror in front of you. But that's right, the country was rocked by this attack, and it seemed Trump's America was finally rearing its ugly head. That is, until new information came out. 2 obviously not white brothers came forward claiming Jussie had them rehearse the attack. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Abel and Ola Asandriera told cops they got in a car with Jussie and scouted a location, settling on the one right outside the actor's apartment. The brothers said Jussie chose the spot because he believed a camera would have captured the action. However, the camera was facing the opposite direction. On February 20th, 2019, Jussie Smollett was charged with disorderly conduct and filing a false police report, and even more so, footage was uncovered showing the 2 brothers purchasing the ski masks before the attack. On February 21st, Jussie Smollett was arrested, and some disgusting new details were revealed. At a press conference, police superintendent says that Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. He adds that the actor did it because he was dissatisfied with his salary. Police claim he had also sent a racist letter to himself at a Fox studio.
Boo-hoo! America is just so racist, I have to fake my own hate crimes to try and add to my surmounting wealth.
It seems Jussie's plan really did backfire, however, because soon after, he was suspended from Empire. Sorry, bro, I know you wanted to make more money, but whoops, you had to accidentally fake a hate crime. This is deception like no other. Can you imagine being such a lying, ungrateful, Weasley little bitch that you coordinate this entire attack, you exploit the division in this country, all because you were dissatisfied with your $35,000 per episode? This seems all pretty shocking, but my friends, it's about to get so much worse. I'm talking Mike Pence levels of shocking. In late March 2019, the charges were suddenly dropped and Smollett was cleared. This all happened in a really shady way, and Chicago police and the city's mayor stand by their case against Jussie Smollett, criticizing the latest development in a joint news conference. Superintendent Eddie Johnson says, "At the end of the day, it is Mr. Smollett who committed this hoax, period. If he wanted to clear his name, the way to do that is in a court of law so that everyone can see the evidence. I stand by the facts of what we produced." The mayor of Chicago also says that Jussie was let off scot-free, with no sense of accountability for the moral and ethical wrong of his actions. Jussie's inevitable destruction quickly followed suit. He became a laughingstock, a complete joke, and a notorious liar. Soon after the charges were dropped suddenly, Chicago police ordered Jussie to pay $130,000 to cover the cost of police officers and overtime. Next, he was hit with a lawsuit from the city of Chicago after he refused to pay the demanded $130,000. And in late April 2019, it was revealed that there were no plans for Jussie's return to the show. Let us all shed a tear of joy. Suddenly, all the liberal support and the Hollywood condemnation of this racist attack had aged like fine wine. Part of me does wonder, why didn't the left show even an ounce of skepticism when it came to this alleged attack? I mean, there were definitely some shady occurrences that went down. I think it's because a lot of Americans in general have a problem with confirmation bias. And in this case, the left specifically swallowed a huge load of that tasty confirmation bias. When liberals heard of this attack, which seemed to align perfectly with the constant fear-mongering we've been hearing about for the last few years, they quickly bought it. Not only is this because of confirmation bias, but this is also partially because of bad assumptions of conservatives. The left condemns bad assumptions all the time, like black people are criminals or trans people using the bathroom that corresponds with their gender identity are predators. These are, of course, bad assumptions, but when it comes to claims that Trump supporters initiated an attack, it seems that the left didn't really offer the same benefit of the doubt. Of course, some Trump supporters are homophobic losers, but some black people are criminals. It's not an excuse for confirmation bias or bad assumptions. You may think this is indeed the glorious destruction of Jussie Smollett, but my friends, it only gets worse for the gay liar. Because Jussie's deceit is a lot like Epstein with Bill Clinton, coming back to haunt him. Only a few days ago, on February 12th, 2020, Jussie Smollett was hit with 6 new charges. Mr. Webb, the special prosecutor assigned in August to investigate how local prosecutors handled the case, said in a statement he was going to further prosecute Smollett. The actor was charged with making 4 separate false reports to Chicago Police Department officers related to his false claims that he was a victim of a hate crime, knowing he was not the victim of a crime. He added that his office had obtained sufficient factual evidence to argue that prosecutors were wrong to drop the case last year. Smollett is due in court on February 24th. So this lying sack of crap fabricated a hate crime to try and make more money, and in doing so, he further smeared Trump supporters and Republicans as evil racists. Smollett is a sad, strange little man with evil intentions. He duped his brainlit Hollywood friends into propagating his lies, he worsened the divide in this country, and he wasted the time of countless police officers. I expect this upcoming court date will surely be the destruction of Jussie Smollett, the man who was so greedy, it cost him everything.